Hey guys, this is Brian and Eric. You may know us as the Zab Twins. We are program hosts and founders of the FBA Startup, which is essentially a coaching program that teaches not only to start, but also to scale and build brands on Amazon specifically. Now, we've been taking an organic approach when it comes to marketing for us because we found that our target audience really lies on Instagram, Facebook, but even more specifically on Instagram. And I wanted to take some time here today to give an absolutely massive shout out to our good friend Gilad and his team at AOS Media for taking our business to the next level from an organic marketing standpoint. So to put things in perspective for you, Gilad has been working with us over the past 3 months, essentially getting us promotional ads in order to increase our following, but to bring in targeted buyers that we're able to convert into leads, calls, and into sales. I'll pass it over to Eric here so he can chat around more of the metrics that we've been able to see and the success that we've been able to bring while working with Gilad's team as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So we originally started organic marketing and doing what we call call setting specifically on Facebook. We had a lot of really big months on that, but eventually, we weren't getting the return that we wanted. So our next strategic approach was moving to Instagram, which is where we had partnered with Gilad and AOS Media. And again, just like Brian had mentioned, an amazing experience. A lot of the leads that have come, in all honesty, we've actually worked with an agency in the past where we didn't have the best experience. All the leads that we were getting were overseas, unqualified, and people that frankly we didn't want to actually book calls with. So again, didn't have a lot of experience with that, or a good experience with that. But when we started working with Gilad, it really opened our eyes as to how he did the work. Number one, he tailors content to our audience. He has a lot of call to action, so we get a lot of messages. There was one post where it had 270 comments. 270 comments, that's 270 leads that allowed our setters to go and book calls with. It went so well that I think Instagram actually just took it down. They did take it down. I don't know what the exact reason was, but it was going so well. The call to action was so good. He's helped us hone a strategy for stories as well. Again, we get some stories that have 300 to 400 responses on it. Those are now all leads to our setters. We had to bring on a full-time Instagram setter so that we can impact all of the potential leads that were coming. And that setter as alone books anywhere from 5 to 20 calls every single day, keeps our sales team busy. And current state, we actually generate about 80% of our revenue from Instagram alone. Right, and again, that's only a short 3 months. We have some really big plans to be working with Gilad and AOS Media, and I think this is really only the beginning. We've only scratched the surface. I'll let Brian talk a little bit more about our success that we've had working with him, specifically on the number side of things, in terms of revenue and everything like that.
Yeah. So Gilad, when it comes to return, we're literally getting a 20x return on our ad spend that we're putting through the agency right now, which is, I think, unheard of, to be honest with you. It's been crazy impactful. To kind of give you some more metrics when it comes to even messaging, the strategies that he's been able to hone in on and teach us, our setters are sending 300 plus messages a day. There was one morning we woke up with 85 requests to speak to us on a call to action post that we had, not to mention another 400 on poll responses. That day we booked almost 25 calls alone, which was phenomenal. We're consistently having 10 to 20 calls on a daily basis for our sales team. And because of that, we've been able to capitalize again on Instagram and pull in consistent 6-figure months. We're sitting very averagely around the 150K mark. And transparently, we're gonna be working with Gilad on some additional strategies in order for us to double that income, get to 300K with a goal of 500K on a monthly basis. And I feel very competent in doing so. Like I said, or like Eric had said, the buyers that are coming in are super qualified for us. We're having genuine conversations. We're reaching the masses, and we're gonna capitalize on that opportunity. And I can't thank Gilad enough for not only, one, getting us into this opportunity, helping us understand the process. One thing about understanding the process, I think, was their onboarding process. Very, very extensive. We literally had to go through a very rigorous but very beneficial onboarding process to the point where I feel like they understood us like the back of their hands. We had an agency running our social media component, scheduling, posting, writing captions, and they literally took the exact branding components directly into their approach, and it was almost like there was no transition at all. They just upped the ante when it comes to writing converting copy that resonated with their audience that yields 10 to 300 comments on every single one of those posts that we're able to convert into calls. So again, the onboarding process, the process of working with him, the additional strategies and trainings that he's able to bring, and overall just being on top of things. I love working with this team because you actually get to work with Galad on a one-on-one basis as well. He gives you strategies. He gives you access to his team that you can communicate on 24/7. He's even working with our ad agency as well so that we can develop retargeting ads on Instagram, Facebook, you name it. When he sees opportunity, he's going to invest into you, which has been an amazing experience for us.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, nothing but good things to say. If you are looking to work with Gilad and his team at AOS, I highly recommend it. You're not going to get a better return on ad spend pretty much anywhere. Like on Facebook, we get anywhere from 3 to 4, sometimes 5. But 20x minimum. There was one month where we actually did, I think it was a 29x return on ad spend, which is absolutely insane. We're big proponents on investing in what is actually working, which is why we're going to continue to work with Gilad and his team. And on top of that as well, we're going to keep investing into Instagram because I'm a big believer that's how we're going to be able to scale to, just like Brandon mentioned, those 300 to 500K months.
Even a million.
Even a million, exactly. Hope this was useful, and again, don't hesitate to work with Gilad because they're absolute pros when it comes to this, and they will listen to you. That's the biggest thing that I feel like we missed out working with another agency to do Instagram growth as a whole.